Wrestle Addict Radio HQ, representing kings of the rings to the fullest. King Ricky made the hot tag to Willie T, and out of nowhere like Randy is the Queen Bee. K-Fay brother, 400 plus in the bag like money in the bank brother. See when they pod, it's the opposite of common. Look at the comments, crowned in a certified top 10. You heard? Kings of the Rings pod. Throw up a too sweet when you see the squad. Like a chop in a, I know you feel it. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest. Kings of the Rings are the illest.
And welcome everybody to another episode of Kings of the Rings podcast. I am your host, King Ricky. Thank you guys for joining us this lovely evening on the eve of, not on the eve of, but on the week of Money in the Bank Worlds Collide. We've got a lot to talk about because it is one of our most important programs, important episodes of the year. It is Money for the Marks 2025. I don't even know what Money for the Marks is. We've been doing this once a year. Maybe 9?
8 or 9.
8 or 9. I've gone by years for the past couple of cycles.
We lost count years ago, and
it's like I don't even know what Rumble of Royalties we're on either.
Same, doesn't matter. Year.
Yeah. It's a year. It's a thing.
We don't want to seem old, damn it.
Yeah, well, you're there with us now. So, Will Tarashan, how are you?
I'm good, man. I enjoyed my vacation last week, guys. Thanks for holding down the fort.
Really?
A lot of crazy things happened. I was in Cape Cod, the works. So
you want to divulge to us what occurred?
You want to tell? I'll tell the story of my how many audibles I had to call on my engagement on the. No, Kay won't be here. I'll do it now. So the original plan was to propose on Martha's Vineyard because Jazz loves lighthouses. So there's a few. I actually scoped out the lighthouse. You
could have gone to Montauk.
Right. Couldn't go to Montauk. I had to be scoped out. I was like, all right, so we're gonna get it on Monday, Tuesday. We're going to Martha's Vineyard. I'll do the first thing at the fucking lighthouse. So I look up lighthouses. I look at the ferry schedules on Monday night, and the ferries to Martha's Vineyard from where we were staying didn't run until June 2nd, so yesterday. So I asked the waiter, what's the best way to get to Martha's Vineyard? And he looks us dead in the eyes and goes, don't. just don't. So I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What do you mean don't? Don't is the name. I'm like, don't is on an option, you asshole. Tell me how to fucking get there. So he suggested Nantucket instead. The ferry is 20 minutes down the road. And Nantucket's just as nice, if not nicer. So I'm at breakfast Googling lighthouses in Nantucket. And I'm like, yep, we're going to Nantucket.
Well, there once was a man from Nantucket.
There once was a man from Nantucket, which is exactly why I didn't want to go there, except to fucking buy a shirt and buy it, which I didn't find one. And if I did, I probably would have bought it. So now I'm like, all right, there's one in the harbor where we land, the dock off the ferry. And then there's another one. The waiter does deserve a tip. He saved everything, honestly. And then the other end of the island is a different lighthouse, which I was like, okay, I want to go to that one. It's bigger, it's more private, and it just looks way cool with a better view of the ocean. So we land. I'm like, okay, how the fuck are we gonna get there? And I shit you not, we're walking down the street, and this woman in the van is going, "Hey, do you want to do an island tour?" We're like, not really. I'm trying to get to this lighthouse. And she just goes, oh, it's part of the tour. I'm like, in that case, I'd love to do the tour. So
way to think on your feet, Will.
Yep. So she found me. Okay. I got lucky. So we go on the tour, and the first stop is that first lighthouse. So we get out, walk along the beach. I'm like, all right, let me scope it out. What's the worst that could happen? So we're walking, and I'm looking around, and there's a bunch of flowers everywhere. And I'm like, do I do this one or do I wait? Do I do this one or do I wait? And the next thing I know, so my plan was to have Jazz taking photos of me, with her looking at things, which I'm filming her back. And next thing I'm like, Jazz, stand there. I'm taking a photo of you. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm doing it now. And then as I'm getting down, I'm like, I took the picture because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, my phone's still in my hand. So I put my phone back in my pocket. I'm like, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee. And next thing you know, I'm on my knee and doing the thing.
I don't think the knee matters.
It doesn't.
No,
But
that's
for
the
some
right
reason, I
way
was
to do it.
about it. And then she's like, what? I'm like, no, turn around. I'm like, turn around. So then when she turns around, she is like, honestly, no gas, nothing, just deadpans. No, and she's wearing sunglasses.
She no-sold you?
I'm dead.
She kind of no-sold me. And I just go, hey, will you marry me? And she goes, of course. And then that was it. And
Yay.
I'm like, oh shit, we gotta get back to the tour bus. So, and then luckily the tour was just us two and then another couple. So
okay.
It was no big deal.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No, we lost me.
Very nice. Congratulations. K-Fabe, how are you?
I'm doing good. Been busy also with wedding planning kind of stuff, educating myself, getting ready to go to the villa at 9:00.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
You and your Love Island.
This is about to take up my whole summer, or at least a good chunk of my summer.
Well, when Will gets back, he can hear his information from Charles. As a friend, block all of your exes on every piece of communication.
I cut out right in time.
Yeah. So Charles has some advice for you.
I only have one ex. Charles and we're actually pretty cool. So I didn't post on Instagram, but Jazz did.
Of course, Jazz did.
Yeah, I was like, I'll tell the people who are important. I'll tell the people who need to know, right? That kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, my ex found out. I'd be kind of like, oh, cool. Good for you. Whatever.
Well, enough about these updates. Let's get into some wrestling. Before we even get into some wrestling, we have a really big special announcement, and it's the announcement of we actually finally have a much more functioning merchandise store. So just debuted, what is it, Saturday? No, Friday, my fault. Friday it came out, our official Wrestle Addict Radio shop. It's from forefall.com, a really, really interesting website that Slage and Kay over here did some great research about, and I thank Kay for spearheading all of this and putting this all into work. So all of our merchandise from Wrestle Addict Radio, Kings Rings Podcast, WrestleMania Podcast, Young Lions Perspective, Brace for Impact Podcast, all going to be found on this website. As you can see here, wrestle-addict-radio.shop.forefall.com will be the sole place for everybody's merchandise. Currently, right now, we have shirts, hoodies, dad hats at the recommendation of Kay. I wonder why.
Hell yeah.
I bought it.
We have some drinkware as well, sticker packs as well, all the fun stuff. Just to kick off, we will be expanding and doing seasonal items here and there. And as with re-grand opening of our shop, you get 15% off of your purchase, no matter what. That's going to go till about middle of June. And also, if you spend over $75, you will also get free shipping as well. Those promotions are going to run for a considerable amount of time as we kick in. Also, with that as well, since it is now June, it is now Pride Month, and that's usually a big month for us because we usually do some Pride merch like I am wearing currently right now. And we do have a brand new Pride 2025 collection, which K-Fabe, Slade and K, can you tell us more about since you designed it?
Hello, everyone. So as the resident gay of Wrestle Addict Radio, I'm here to tell you all about our 2025 fundraiser. This year, we are raising money for the Trans Lifeline. They are the first transgender crisis hotline to exist in both the United States and Canada. They are an entirely trans-led nonprofit organization that connects trans people to the community support and resources they need to survive and thrive, such as peer support. At one point, they were providing financial grants to help towards legal name changes and other document changes. And they're the only hotline in the United States whose operators are entirely transgender people.
Oh, okay.
And then to date, it's all trans people helping other trans people. It's very based in community and equity. It's a really good organization. They've been around for about 10 years. They opened in 2014. And over the last 10 years, they've answered over 150,000 phone calls from trans people in need of support. If you are a trans person in the United States looking for support, you can reach out to them at 877-565-8860. If you are in Canada in need of support, their number is 877-330-6366. And Trans Lifeline operates Monday through Friday at the following hours: 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. So while they're not open 24 hours a day, because there's just not enough, staffing, funding, etc., they still are open a good amount of the day and are here to support. I know there's a lot of shit going on. It is a very scary time to be trans in the United States, and they deserve your coin.
Yeah, no, so thank you, Kay, for that. So all the proceeds from this collection, our Pro Wrestling is for Everyone collection, is going to be donated to the Trans Lifeline. I was on their website earlier today, and I did find it very interesting that the first thing you see on their Trans Lifeline is like, if you need to like get out of this to protect your identity, just hit the escape button. It closes you out.
Yeah, it's really helpful for people that might not be out or have to reach out in secret. So if they need to get out, they can just get out really quickly, and I believe it also erases their browser history.
Wow.
So they won't be outed. The Trevor Project has similar technology on their Lifeline.
Very interesting. So yes, thank you, Kay, for all of that. This Pro Wrestling for Everyone collection, our Pride 2025 collection, is going to be going on for the entire month of June. So we are going to be talking about that a lot for the following month. Please get yours today. The sales that we still apply to this, 50% off, and free shipping for items for purchases over 75 in total. So please go to wrestle-addict-radio-shop.4fold.com. The links to all of that are in our description below. Now, let's talk about some wrestling. And unfortunately, the truth has actually been set free. R-Truth posted on Sunday on Twitter a coherent tweet, actually, saying that he was like, oh, yeah, I got released. My bad. Thanks, everybody. And the problem with the R-Truth gimmick is that it's hard to believe when he's telling the truth or not. Yeah. No pun intended. And then word got out that he was actually getting released. A lot of almost the entire roster, heels, faces, and everybody in between was like, they were like, thank you, Truth. We're so shocked. A lot of people were like very ticked off, things like that. So R-Truth got released abruptly. There was rumors that apparently they're just not renewing his contract. He's going to be gone very, very soon. Although R-Truth said release, so believe what you believe. I'm going to believe what R-Truth said on his own Twitter page. And then he just opened up an OnlyFans thinking it was Twitter, which is totally R-Truth. Also in this shuffle, Carlito did announce that they're not renewing his contract and he's going to be gone in 2 weeks. He actually just did a show in Puerto Rico for the WWC and won their world title. So
I saw
Carlito's gone.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go wrestle. He wants to wrestle.
Yeah. Valhalla, Sarah Logan, Will's former move.
I didn't know she was still there, to be honest.
No, I didn't know either. Valhalla.
I thought she might have been injured or something. I hadn't seen her.
Yeah, they're also not going to renew her contract, so she is also gone. This all happened a couple of days ago. But the big one being R-Truth. Obviously, on Raw, there was a lot of we want Truth. A lot of re-sign R-Truth or we riot. The word around was that R-Truth was great for the locker room. And everybody loved him. You can tell by the outpouring of people inside WWE and outside WWE. Dustin Rhodes did a whole post about Truth.
Dude, everyone acted like he died. Oh. It's like, guys, I love R-Truth. I'm a big fan of R-Truth. R-Truth is a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong. R-Truth's a Hall of Famer because of how entertaining he is. He's also a 53-year-old man with a high contract. Like,
I don't know what the stipulations of his contract.
That's surprising.
It's surprising to me because how many times in the past 2 or 3 years about WWE's talking about record profits?
A lot. No, they have the money.
Yeah, exactly.
But the reason they have record profits because they don't have bloat. Like, I love R-Truth, but what else could he have done to be worth like whatever? Because he's been there a long time, so obviously you got to pay him more out of just experience, longevity. It's like tenure, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he still wants to be there and wants to compete, but wants to perform, but. He's 53 years old, man. And a lot of wrestling IWC is just like, why don't they give more opportunities to X, Y, and Z? Well,
Yeah.
it's also because acts like R-Truth, who's 53 years old, takes that spot. So
I don't
now
think it was
there's more spots for the people you love and want more attention to. So R-Truth had a great run. Like, yeah, I wish he was still there, but he didn't die, guys. He didn't get fucked over. It's just business.
He deserved a better send off than what he
faced the world
got.
champion.
Though.
He had a title match.
Like,
But then he jobbed out
they
to.
were going
oh, he dropped out to
Smack-
JC. You're right. He dropped out to JC.
If they wanted to, if they knew they were gonna release him or they weren't gonna renew his contract, they should have booked him more interestingly against Cena. Like they could have like done like for the title, like say career versus title.
Perfect.
Let him like write him off TV that way. Like his last match, he jobbed out. Like he didn't deserve that. Like I feel like nobody expected him to go. I imagine there's a lot of unrest in the locker room. Like if a veteran who's been there almost like been back for almost 20 years, like it just gets chopped like with no warning, like no nothing, no goodbye. They pulled his shirt from the fucking shop.
That's
already.
the surprising part about it to me because it seemed abrupt. The Ron Cena shirt was selling like hotcakes.
I almost bought one. I'm not gonna lie.
Liv bought it during Saturday Night Main Event, and I'm really glad she did because she would.
And now it's gone.
Fucking hilarious.
And it's usually one of those things. It's usually a metric that keeps you around. Is that how good do you sell merch?
Yeah. How do you sell?
And he sells so much.
Call the match for what it was. It was essentially just a glorified squash.
Yeah, but it was hilarious.
It was a hilarious glorified squash. You know.
It was enjoyable.
And he was doing good work. I think why it's so abrupt for a lot of people is R-Truth was still doing good work. I can understand Carlito. He was literally every week in the back playing video games. Valhalla, you haven't seen it once.
Yeah.
You know, and ironically on Raw, when they did the Judgment Day segment, the PlayStation and the TV weren't there anymore.
That's hilarious. That's
I
didn't watch Raw yet, but that's a good detail. It's a good catch.
So that's what I think was shocking to me. Like, it's one thing if R-Truth was just like not doing anything, but he was still entertaining. He was still a highlight of all the shows he was on. And for him to just up and disappear, like Kay said, I thought it would have been better, and it could have helped out everybody, including the horrific John Cena heel run.
Yeah, it would have been great heat. It's a great point by Kay. It would have been a phenomenal heat for John Cena that he kind of needs right now. Instead, it's like, hey, I'm with Logan Paul. Can I have some of his heat? Like,
yeah. Instead, if John Cena in his heel run retires Truth in storyline,
yeah,
amazing.
I'm gonna ruin wrestling by taking away something everybody loves. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally cooler. It's something Vince would have done.
It's a total missed opportunity. I think.
This just doesn't feel like very thoughtful. Like, I'm kind of a little, in general, kind of perplexed about how what's going on with WWE and like choices they're making. But this is just thoughtless.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that we're in a recession, and I understand that we are in like this is like the time to be laid off, speaking from experience. But like, they dicked him over. Like, I understand he's old. I understand that, he doesn't have much time left like to wrestle anyway. But he was like a lifer. He deserved to like retire.
Oh, Sarah Logan also had another kid.
That'll keep you off TV.
Yeah, that's why she wasn't on TV.
Well, hey, congrats to her.
Yeah, congrats. That the clan goes bigger. The R-Truth thing is just like it's just abrupt, and I feel like it just could have been handled better. If you want to get rid of him, get rid of him. It's like a business thing, but
And to Mansa's point in the chat that Miz could be next, like, Miz is like one of the most tenured
Miz
people
could easily be
left
next.
besides John and Randy. He unfollowed WWE and shit.
Tenured, yes.
Yeah.
Didn't Gunther unfollow all WWE too?
Yeah.
What was that storyline?
Yes.
What was that about?
There's no one knows for sure.
I don't get why Gunther did it. I think he just wanted clout.
Gilbert doesn't seem like the guy who cares about clout, but that's just me.
Miz was his tag team partner.
Yeah.
I get it.
No,
and if Miz is next, I mean, he would theoretically be next.
But I think Miz would lobby for, you're going to send me off properly. Like, I think Miz is going to get a interesting send-off.
Miz is another one where I want him to get his.
What I want from Miz, if he is on his last leg, I need him and Cena in the ring. Don't even fight, just shoot on each other.
Please.
I like if Miz knows he's on his way out, he's gonna have nothing to lose. And
God,
he's gonna go
okay.
ballistic.
So the gimmick is Adam Pearce has to fire him on the spot for something he says in a promo.
I would love it. I would love it. Like I will. If an
And everyone goes,
Miz,
yeah. Obviously, it's a work, but
yeah, but like a work shoot. But like if it's an unhinged Miz, that's perfect. Because like think about all we talked about this for years now. It's almost been 2 years. I mean, 10 years. Do you remember Cena Miz, the build up to WrestleMania 33?
I loved Cena Miz.
Yeah,
And Cena
incredible.
kept on talking about like how he's not a real man because he didn't have kids, and then he popped out 2 kids. Maurice popped out 2 kids, and John Cena had a failed engagement, you know, and there was never any comeback from Miz from that. I want Miz to have that just pent up anger and just go at John.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be and then be like a great way to go. And then Cena gets so mad that he like uses his clout or his relationship with The Rock to get Miz fired for good. Like there are so many ways. Like if you're gonna let a lot of beloved characters and performers who are older go away, you can use John Cena ruining wrestling to axe them. Like when Randy was a legend killer, John Cena can be the wrestling happiness killer. He just gets rid of
the fun
all
killer.
of these.
Yeah, he's the fun police.
Yeah, he's the fun police. He gets rid of all of these beloved characters. Exactly. Exactly. He gets rid of all of these beloved characters when they're actually just like not renewing their contract and they're just all retiring.
Yeah, that would be way better. But unfortunately, we live in a TKO era where the only thing that matters is number go up. And you know what? Number
Yeah.
To be fair, number up. Like
Numbers up.
up.
Yeah.
So
it's you know, there's
like this would all be really cool. And I would love to see it. I think as a fan, it's a fucking way better idea. But
yeah. I would love to listen.
I
There's
wish.
other avenues for Truth to go. I can see Truth return to TNA thinking it's Raw. And like when
That
they
would
do
be
like
so
a
funny.
co-branded TNA and WWE thing, Truth shows up thinking it's like a WWE event.
yeah, because like you
Yo,
can't
if-
trademark being
if
an
Truth-
idiot. Like this isn't a gimmick you can
If
trademark.
Truth shows
Yeah.
up, if Truth shows up at Slammiversary, I'm gonna.
I would lose it.
I'd also
If-
lose it.
If Truth showed up at
And he
Slammiversary.
goes, "I'm here it all out."
Oh man. Honestly, Truth in AEW would be really great because they need a comedic edge.
It would be K-Quick.
Come back a cake. I mean, they're releasing a lot of people
Wire.
because they are going. You had the AAA stuff, which is also going to be a money thing as well. They did acquire AAA and all those contracts, and you're going to have the big fish, which everybody is saying that Mariah May is coming very, very soon. She got written off TV perfectly.
He's gonna need her.
Yeah, NXT's going to need her because they just gutted NXT after last week.
One's gone into NXT.
Yeah, they
We're
got it.
taking
Which is
you. We're taking you. We're taking you.
yeah. So
I'm annoyed for my scores that Stephanie retained on the pay-per-view, but I'm glad my gut was right.
I get it, but if Mariah May does go to NXT, it's going to be a quick run, and she'll show up as Mariah March, which is going to be the new thing. Mariah March. It'd be very interesting. But I'm glad that AEW did give Mariah May a hell of a send off where they did the Hollywood ending match between Toni Storm and Mariah May. It was actually really, really good. It was really, really good. But enough of that. So let's go into the weekend that's coming up right now, which is a doubleheader weekend for WWE officially, because the AAA promotion and WWE are going to do Worlds Collide this Saturday, June 7th in LA at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time or local time for there. It's going to be at, I believe, at the Los Angeles Forum, and it's going to be on YouTube for everybody.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
It is a very, very good testing ground.
Yeah.
Where is our audience live on YouTube?
Where is our audience on YouTube too?
They know their audience on YouTube because they post so many videos and have so many demographics, but they don't do anything like live on YouTube. Rarely they do. I think that the Evolve thing they might have done.
No, Evolve was on the network.
If I was on the network, you're right. So
And the Evolved television show is on Tubi.
Like this is a very, very, I wonder what the demographics are for like Mexico. Their YouTube metrics are for Mexico.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Like they're probably really high because why otherwise why wouldn't this be on Peacock? Maybe Peacock's not available in Mexico. Like
maybe I think they're just trying to reach more of a global audience since the AAA is their first big global.
And YouTube's a global platform while Peacock is not. Neither Netflix is, but this makes no sense on Netflix. So
no, go on YouTube, watch it for free.
I think this is a phenomenal idea. It's interesting time though. It's in the morning.
Well, afternoon.
Afternoon. Fine.
It's going to be at noon. 11:30 is going to be like their start time.
They did a good job promoting it, so I can watch it whenever I want. I can watch it on Monday. I can watch half of it on Tuesday. I can fit this into my YouTube schedule if I really wanted to. In fact, the card looks really good.
Yeah, the card's good. We're going to go into the card right now. And I know you weren't here last week, but there is a new leader in the prediction battle, and their name is Slajan K.
No way.
K is up 50. K has 53. You have 52. I have 51. So it is anybody's ball.
Damn. Good for you, K.
Right now.
Thank you.
I think AEW screwed you up.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, Frets, Evolve is live on YouTube for you guys that are not in America, but it's on Tubi.
Oh my god, I never finished my fucking prediction.
Well, we're gonna go through it right now. Okay. So the first.
I have most of Worlds Collide. I just have one I'm not sure about. Right.
So our first match on here on the card is going to be what I believe is going to be the main event, and that is El Hijo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable. This appears to be a non-title match because apparently Vikingo might be winning the AAA title, as maybe the rumor is. So Vikingo is the cream of the crop, the crown jewel of this acquisition. Haven't seen Vikingo in AEW, I very, very much recommend you go see him. This guy is out of his flippin' mind. Flips galore. Will is back. Welcome back, Will. Flips galore. He can do anything in the ring. Him and Chad Gable is such the worker's curse. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So well, we'll be back in a second. But yeah, no, Chad Gable is the worker's curse to a T. He's obviously doing double duty, kind of. So I'm very interested to see where this will go. It's also very interesting that he's not going in as El Grande Americano in this.
It is such a waste. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, I also think they didn't want to push it too much with the El Grande Americano in a AAA promotion.
It's like
maybe they straight up told them don't.
I can see them saying like, "Don't do this,"
or they're like, "Hey, man, the audience they're smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. Like they'll boo him, or they'll really cheer him. It depends." But this guy's their champion, right? El Kingo.
I believe it's currently Alberto, but I think that's ending soon.
I thought he dropped.
He might have dropped already.
About to drop.
I'm not completely sure.
Let's see. Let's ask for
it. With that being the case, you're going to want to make AAA look good. Like, I don't know how this card's going to go because this is a very big mixture of WWE and AAA.
Alberto dropped on May 31st.
Okay, so Vikingo is the current champion?
Yeah, he just
okay, so Vikingo's winning this.
3 days ago.
If it's the main and Vikingo's the champion, Vikingo's winning this. Chad Gable is going to make him look like $1 million. They've been kind of setting this up since WrestleMania. But I'm going to go Vikingo here. Okay, who do you have?
Easy.
I also have Vikingo.
This is very easy. WWE talent is going to win maybe half of it. There's 5 matches on the card, I believe, but I think it's going to be a Vikingo for this one all the way. Alberto dropped on Saturday. WWE spoiled the result last Monday. They did. Michael Cole did say something. Thank you about that, Taquan. Okay, so Vikingo all the way, clean sweep for us here. Next match on the card is the NXT North American Championship is on the line. Ethan Page, who literally just beat Ricky Saints, and we know why now, because Ricky Saints is also being called up. North American Champion defending against Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, who is coming down to do this for NXT, and Laredo Kid, who is a AAA talent. This might be the best match on the card. just for the unpredictability of all these people. Like Ethan Page is the most unathletic person in this match.
Literally.
That is saying something.
He's the most unathletic person in the match. This match is going to be one.
Javon Evans, was he on SmackDown the other night?
He did a go home. Yeah.
Very good.
And crazy. Like if you never saw his, I think he was in a Fatal 4-Way in Heatwave from last year. He was unbelievable. Almost won the NXT title. That's when Ethan Page won the NXT title. But yeah, no, this can go a whole bunch of ways. I think Rey Fenix is just doing this for the sake of being in AAA. I think because NXT still needs a strong heel, I'm going to stick with Ethan Page.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? That just makes sense. Especially, is the title on the line? Yeah, he keeps.
He's a sniveling heel.
NXT needs him with everyone being taken away.
There's a reason he didn't get called up. He's the strongest character.
He's the face. You see that smile? Shawn Michaels' boy smile, right? So
that's job security.
Him and Shawn Michaels have to become best friends. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's
that's
very
the face
happy.
of I know the owner.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be it is going to be a very exciting one. I'm looking at this picture now. It's going to be streaming on YouTube in English and in Spanish. So good for them on that. So that'll be very interesting. Maybe I'll watch it in Spanish.
Very smart.
Maybe I'll watch it in Spanish. I feel like the Spanish announcers will be.
Do you know Spanish at all?
I was proficient going out of middle school, and then I switched to French because reasons. Yeah, should have stuck with Spanish. Moving on to the women's tag team match: Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice versus Dalys and Chik Tormenta from AAA. Stephanie Vaquer is going to be doing double duty, as she is also going to be in the Money in the Bank women's ladder match. We will be predicting a little bit later. This is interesting because I don't know where they're going to go with this. I know nothing about the females from AAA, to be completely honest with you. I'm just trying to figure out. Stephanie's winning something this weekend. And if it's not the Money in the Bank ladder match, it's this.
Is she in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
She qualified last night on her first time.
Oh, shit. I did not know that.
Yeah, she qualified. That was her debut match with the Money in the Bank qualifier. The women's match was fantastic. So I don't know if she loses this. I don't know. Kay, what do you have as you raise your hand?
Yes. I have my Money in the Bank predictions are crazy this year. Like boss crazy. I think she's winning both.
Wow. Okay.
They're really high on her. She's fucking over already.
I'm really
same.
Yeah.
All of my lesbian friends who like Rhea Ripley, I'm like, you like Rhea? Here's Stephanie.
Did any of you? I watched Raw. Rhea and Stephanie had a face-off backstage.
I know it was. Oh, happy Pride! Happy Pride to me.
There's a match. Yeah, that's a match. All right.
The weekend of Stephanie.
That's a bold prediction. So you're going Stephanie and Lola here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this is a hard one for me to pick, but I haven't had AAA win anything in this, so I'm going to go with the women.
I'm going to team on the right.
I don't really have AAA winning anything either, but that
woman's jawline is scaring me. So she's winning.
Especially they showed up at Stephanie's match at Battleground, so it did show up in the crowd. So this was kind of a setup for them. So I think they are going to win, which is perfectly fine, especially if Stephanie does something or goes over. But I'm going to go with the women here on this one. Fred's crazy prediction is Vikingo beats Chad El Grande Americano is the last Money in the Bank qualifier, wins Money in the Bank, and cashes in on Vikingo.
That would be hilarious.
That's crazy.
God.
Totally plausible in this version of WWE. It's under the banner. It could work. I don't think it's happening. But could you?
If Triple H was fully in charge of the company,
yes.
And if as an independent thing, not with TKO, absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
Unfortunately, everything I said is also true. So unfortunately not. But Fred, I love the thought.
Yeah. So next match on the card is one of two trios matches. Legado del Fantasma, because yes, they are still a thing. Surprise, surprise.
Well, finally, someone who's taking a pen.
Versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. That is all somebody's name. Pagano
It's
and
Mr. Doctor Face, his dad.
It's Mr. Doctor and Psycho Clown. This match also all the lucha things. This is going to be a crazy match. It's one, like I said, one of two trios matches. So I feel like WWE faction is going to win one, and another WWE faction is going to lose. It's going to lose the other one. And for this one, again, I don't know much about the AAA performances. One of the reasons I'm going to tune in for Worlds Collide is because I want to learn about these guys. I've never watched the full lucha promotion ever. So, yeah. So I'm going to go with the luchadors here that are not in WWE. I'm going to go with El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown.
Yeah, hey, I'm also going with the Insane Clown Posse.
That one, yes.
I, too, am going for the clown. I also will skip this match because I am afraid of clowns.
Like that bad?
Well, so we're going to lie to you because we all picked the same one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah. So you'll know.
That's very, very true. You definitely will now. So there's that. So the final match that we have on the card is the LWO versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana just looks like Pitbull, but green.
He does look like a green Pitbull.
He does look like
I love that. I want to know more about him.
I do too. He like in a AAA promotion, he just kind of looks like he doesn't belong. But he's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be interesting. But I think the LWO does win this one.
Same.
You know, LWO being Joaquin, Cruz del Toro, and Dragon Lee in this one. But I'm going with the LWO here. Will, what do you got?
Yeah, LWO.
Yeah, LWO.
LWO. Literally.
I have no idea what Will just said. Do you know what Will said, Kay?
No, I thought he picked LWO.
I'm going to go with that until he tells us otherwise and then fixes his connection. Okay, remember when you had the one with the bad connection all the time?
Yeah, look at me.
How does it feel?
Feels great.
I bet it does. So for right now, we're going to say Will's going with the LWO. Here we go. Will, can you confirm or not LWO?
LWO.
Oh, there's two of him.
Yeah, that's going to change in a second.
Yeah, LWO. There we go. LWO is a international brand. Like LWO is bigger than just WWE, right? Like everyone in Latin America probably knows the LWO. Includes wrestling fan knows what the LWO is.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. They're winning for the culture, right? That kind of thing.
Yes, for the culture. Yes, you're learning, Will. Congratulations. Congratulations, learning for the culture. And that's what we have on the card right now for Worlds Collide. So it's now time to crown it and let us know how good do you think this event is going to be. 1 being the best thing in the world, 1 being the worst thing in the world, my apologies, 10 being the best thing. I'm going to go, this is a debut. It's going to be very much a global event to kick off Money in the Bank weekend, which I really do enjoy. It's really going to set the tone. And I think, you know, the members of AAA are going to be wild and going to, like, bring it. And I also think a lot of the Hispanic performers or the Latin performers, my apologies, are going to put on a show that are in WWE. Because I feel like a lot of them have either performed or wanted to perform in AAA. So I think, hey, bars. So I think this is going to be a very big dream come true for a lot of them. I'm predicting a very raucous crowd for this, like a very, very just intense crowd. Probably going to remind us of like Puerto Rico. Like I kind of get that vibe, and I think because that's going to elevate it to an 8. What do you got, Kay?
I'm giving it an 8. Boris agrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, what do you got? 8?
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
I like everything you guys said, but you know, I think American like wrestling fans, right? We have an idea of what we think a new AAA show would be. It's a lot of like what needs to be a luchador, that kind of match style. So I'm hoping that the matches have a little more variety, and it's not just that same kind of fast-paced acrobatic match over and over and over again. Because as much as like WCW gets praised for bringing in AAA, all their matches were pretty much the exact same. So I hope there's some variety in the matches. So, set the bar and hope they achieve it. So I'm going to go 7.
Okay. Fair enough. So 8, 8, and 7. Fred's previously said 8. Let's move on to that too. The big one this week, and one of the most exciting events of the year, Money in the Bank, is this week, and one of the most unpredictable events of the year. It is literally going to be down the road from where AAA is going to be. AAA is going to be at the Forum in LA, which is the former home of the Los Angeles Lakers, according to the Staples Center, now be Crypto.com Arena. And then you can literally walk from the Forum to, I believe, the Intuit Dome, which is going to be all in the same area back in LA. The Intuit Dome is where they held the first Raw on Netflix. So expect a wild light show galore for this. Like, expect some
really
crazy
cool.
visuals. Yeah, expect some
really
crazy visuals for this event. Currently, right now, for Money in the Bank, there's 4 matches. I don't think anything else is going to be put on here because the men's and the women's Money in the Bank ladder matches are probably going to go really long. So expect those to go really, really long. It's going to be a wild time for this. Will and I have been to a Money in the Bank, and it was crazy, and it was so much fun. Bailey cashed in.
That was great. I
Bailey
cried
cashed
a little
in.
bit on the inside.
Oh,
That was the resurgence of Bailey at that time.
It was.
Bailey cashed in that night, and
Saw Brock Lesnar murder a man.
Mustafa Ali's push ended in one foul swoop. Because that was the return of Brock Lesnar, which brought us Boombox Brock.
Which was awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, have you guys seen long hair Brock?
Lesnar.
It's like
I haven't seen long hair Brock.
it's kind of like midlife crisis Brock, honestly.
I like it.
Well, and Sable also just like never smiles, and we're like, Sable just kind of looks miserable.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. I'm like, Sable, you're okay, girl. What's going on?
And because she knows the lawsuit her husband's involved with.
Probably.
True.
Although I will say this randomly, sidebar real quick. Brock Lesnar's daughter is like the #1 shot putter in college.
And Brock Lesnar's daughter
I've
got
seen
all
that.
her genes from Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
She got Brock's face. She got nothing from Sable. Not a goddamn thing.
You're so correct on that. But she's a great shot putter. I was like, wow, that's great for her. I used to
Yeah.
shot put in high school.
Dude, she didn't even get Sable's hair color. The hair is lighter like Brock's.
Yeah, the hair is so Brock. It is
She
so
is
Brock.
just like him.
She is an insane athlete.
Yeah. I'm very scared. I can't wait to see her in the Olympics, hopefully. That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be really, really awesome. So moving on to Money in the Bank, we're going to do some predictions here with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Seth freaking Rollins, Andrade, Penta, and the final qualifier, El Grande Americano, who beat CM Punk and AJ Styles in the main event of Raw in a triple threat to get the last qualifying spot.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Humor is
I was so
subjective.
I was so kind of ticked. I was like, they're really pushing this El Grande Americano angle, aren't they?
God, it's incredible. Do they still say they don't say he's from the Gulf of America anymore though, do they?
No, I think they scratched that.
They scratched that. I was like, okay, too far. That's too far for whatever reason.
Yeah. So
But-
quick facts about the men's Money in the Bank. Whoever wins the briefcase has a historically 76% cash-in rating. They've gone, I think, 19 of 25 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So notable losses were Theory screwed up his cash. No, Theory got the United States championship.
U.S. title.
Yeah. Sandow screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Cena.
else? Cena. Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin famously screwed up because that was a backstage politics thing.
Otis,
Oh, yeah.
technically, I guess, but he lost it. No, that doesn't count.
Well, he gave it to the Miz, and Miz cashed
Yeah.
in. I forgot who the other ones were, but someone knows a list of all the people who failed to cash in.
Mhm.
Yeah, 75% chance of cashing in and becoming a champion for whatever title you have here. I don't know who to pick here. Conventional wisdom says Seth's doing this because he's the hottest storyline right now. LA Knight, I don't think has a chance in hell. Andrade, I don't. Listen, I like LA Knight, but I think if he needs a character tweak at this point. I think you've hit the LA Knight ceiling, unfortunately.
Dude, LA Knight is the
Yeah.
one Seth Rollins knocks off the ladder before he climbs up and finishes it.
I can see that.
LA Knight is there to take the last bump. Like Andrade is there to take a crazy bump. Penta is
Penta's there to do something crazy.
Perform said crazy bump.
The crazy bump.
Solo is, I don't know why Solo's there. And El Grande Americano is there for pomp and circumstance. Like, the only person who could possibly win this is Seth Rollins, because everyone else, with the exception of Penta, and El Grande Americano, has been booked terribly, but the briefcase doesn't help them. The briefcase is going to slide exactly into that main event scene with Seth Rollins, and it's going to be hilarious. Because you know why? Because Paul Heyman's going to carry it. To
get the Paul Heyman like strut with the briefcase.
Yes, it's me playing. It's like he's just going to work. Like, it's Paul Heyman's just gonna be the old briefcase, a black one. It's Money in the Bank.
It's gonna win.
And Seth's gonna have matching outfits for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, come on, guys, this shit writes itself.
Oh, Mr. Kennedy was the one that failed the cash in. How did we forget that one? Thank you, man. It was Kennedy.
I thought Kennedy lost it to someone. Did he lose it to Edge in a match?
Something like that. I don't know if that counts in their industry.
Because the first one to fail the cash in was Cena at Raw 1000.
Yeah. And something like that. So it's weird. So conventionalism says Seth. I can see Solo winning because you have that beef with Jacob Fatu. You can kind of run something there.
Dude, but no one likes Solo. Like, Solo is just...
Which would make him the perfect Money in the Bank person.
I guess.
Heyman does the Brock boombox with the case. I would pay all the money in the world to see that every single week. Every single week. You know, Money in the Bank always goes to somebody you sometimes just don't see coming. It's never always like the most predictable person. That's why Seth seems like the right answer and probably is the right answer, but knowing WWE, it may be too obvious of an answer for them to do. God, El Grande Americano winning would be the weirdest thing ever.
It's not a championship gimmick, though.
But that's why he wins, cashes in, and then finally demasks himself. Be like, it was Chad Gable all along. And that's how Chad wins the title for like a day. And then he gets stripped for being a fraud. It's highly possible. I would love Penta because they gave the rocket shot to Penta, but Penta's not ready for the main event just yet. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say Seth, but I'm also in last place. So it's one of those damned if I do, damned if I don't. Okay, who do you have?
Okay, are you ready for my crazy story?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay. So I believe that CM Punk is going to win Money in the Bank.
Go on.
Okay. So Chad Gable's wrestling that afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Chad Gable gets injured.
Okay.
In AAA. What's Grande Americano going to do if Chad Gable is injured?
Okay.
They have to pull El Grande Americano from the match because he, under mysterious circumstances, because Chad Gable got injured. So they give it to Punk because Punk was in the qualifying match.
But you can also give it to Styles, who was also in the qualifier.
Yes, but they're going to give it to Punk.
Because storyline. I could see Punk costing Seth.
That's exactly it. Like,
I think Punk costs Seth regardless.
Yes. Like, Seth seems like the obvious choice in these group of six because in that group of six he is. But take El Grande Americano out. That way you continue the Seth and Punk storyline. Punk wins the title. Punk cashes it on Cena.
And it happens at SummerSlam when it's like AJ versus Cena. Lord Almighty, I love it. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to go with Solo, just to be contrarian, real quick.
I'm still going with Seth because if Solo wins, like, I hear you, Ricky, but if Solo wins, nobody will care.
Yeah,
like he'll go on TV and people will be sitting on their still sitting on their hands. Nobody cares. Yeah. They're all waiting for Jacob Fatu to beat his ass. Like,
I mean, Solo could also cash in on Jacob.
But this You're just giving me more reason to tell you why CM Punk's going to win. CM Punk is.
I feel like you were going to tell us all the reasons why CM Punk was going to win regardless.
People want to see CM Punk in the title picture. People want to see him win Money in the Bank for the third time?
Yeah.
Let him do it. Has anybody won 3 times?
No, the most is twice.
He could be the first.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
He's proved himself that he can be a WWE company man. He sells mad merch. He's not injured.
If CM Punk wins Money in the Bank, Kay gets 3 points.
You know what? I agree to that.
You're gonna make the prediction from first place. Okay, yeah. If CM Punk wins Money in the Bank, Kay gets 3 points.
So are you gonna? Is CM Punk your official answer? Okay.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't joking.
Mance is very proud of you.
All right.
Thank you, man.
I'm not gonna lie. If CM Punk wins Money in the Bank, I'm gonna go, that's fucking awesome. Then remember and go, fuck.
I think
my words real quick.
I've made a lot of crazy CM Punk bookings over the years. This might be my craziest. What's also really cruel about this is I have plans during Money in the Bank, so I will not be watching live.
Oop.
Oh, great. So we have to withhold this information from you?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to see it on Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be out for my friend's birthday.
Gotcha. You could just put Peacock on your phone. You'll be fine. Anywho, moving on to the more exciting of the Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Wow. And unfortunately, I believe this is probably going to kick off the show and not main event the show because I think it's going to be the better put together match. You have Stephanie Vaquer, the last qualifier, versus Roxanne Perez, versus Rhea Ripley, versus Julia, versus Alexa Bliss, versus Naomi. The women's Money in the Bank has a 100% success rate. So pretty much whoever wins this is almost guaranteed to be a future world champion. And it is a hell of a toss-up. My prediction for here is anybody but Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's anybody but Rhea. Looking at this, you could give it to Bliss, but I don't think they're going to give it to Bliss. I think Bliss is going to be very connected to the Wyatt Six and something to do with Charlotte as well. Yes, man, that is true. No matter what happens, we tell Kay that Punk won the briefcase. I agree. I think Roxanne Perez is highly possible.
What she's doing with Dom and the chicken nuggets is
I love it.
So funny.
I mean, that's how she'd get me.
I just love how Dom has his gimmick is he just gets bitches. That's his Dom's gimmick nowadays.
Dom Mysterio is Pete Davidson of WWE.
Yeah.
No, literally.
I forget who I heard describe him as that, but yes, that is 1,000% correct. Dom's gimmick is just
Dom Mysterio has line cook energy.
Listen, Dom Mysterio's gimmick is he should be in a relationship with one of the women every 2 years and then betray them at SummerSlam. Like, I want Dom Mysterio to betray Rhea Ripley. I mean, to betray Liv the same way he betrayed Rhea at SummerSlam like last year by making out with Roxanne this SummerSlam. Like, I want that to happen. I want that turn to occur. They're setting up a story for it.
Yeah.
And that just becomes Dom's running gimmick. He just bounces around.
He has dates. A married man just dating the locker room.
Exactly. It could be Roxanne. Julia, I don't know. For me, I think the best person to have it, because she's also getting better as a heel week in and week out, is Naomi.
Yeah. Yep. I
think this is Naomi's time.
Dude, that graphic, she's doing the makeup and Sephora pose.
Yeah.
She's fucking winning.
I love her caution tape gimmick. I would love to see a Money in the Bank with caution tape wrapped around it the entire time.
Well, dude, SmackDown's also trying to build Jade, and they have think of it. If she wins the briefcase, assuming she wins the title, who's she going to work with?
Jade.
You need people to put with her. So you got Jade and Bianca. You got two faces. One face and one you're building in Jade and Bianca. And then you even got Tiffy, who's that third face. You got 3 opponents lined up for Naomi.
Yeah. and she is doing great work as a heel. Her spats back and forth with Jade Cargill on Twitter are amazing.
Oh my god! No, when she's like,
yeah, she goes, I wish.
Jade,
as Will can't is inaudible, but pretty much, freaking.
I will.
Yeah, we'll be back. Pretty much, under like Jade Cargill's like post about Troop, she was like, I wish it was you. I was leaving.
That's so funny.
And then she posts like, she's like, I'm trying to send her back to AEW. Like Naomi just goes off on Jade.
It's hilarious.
She gets.
You're like
I hate that he's gone
second,
and you're still here.
You're like making me second guess my Stephanie pick now.
Listen, I get the Stephanie pick. It makes all the sense in the world, but I think Naomi is just the best heel right now in the women's
Naomi
division.
was my other choice.
Yeah, I mean, Stephanie would make a lot of sense, but that's a major push. Literally, the first week on the roster, on the main roster on Raw, you win the Money in the Bank qualifying match, and then you win Money in the Bank. At least they made Tiffany Stratton do an elimination chamber.
Yeah, but it makes her look so strong.
Yeah, I know, but
that's the thing. Like, we are in the era of WWE right now where we are building the new generation. Like, our favorite.
Yeah, this is very much old guard versus new guard in this women's match.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes,
phenomenal.
Like, and while like Roxanne and Julia also rule, like this is gonna be the best women's Money in the Bank I think ever. Like, this is so fucking stacked. But Stephanie just has this. She just has
an aura about her.
Yeah, like I forgot that was technically her first. Like, that was her first match on Raw as a member of the Raw roster.
As a member of the Raw roster, she did face off against EO in the Raw after Mania, which was a crazy match.
Yeah, like she's wrestled on Raw before she was on the main roster. Like, and I forgot that she was still in NXT a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
here's what I think happened. Yeah.
Doesn't feel new.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what WWE's going with, is you kind of preview these NXT people before we get officially called up. And I think how this match is going to go, I think Rhea and Stephanie knock each other out. They had the face-off on Raw. Boom, easy right there. Julia and Roxanne, former partners that split up, they'll end up fighting each other at some point. And I believe those four will be taken out. Your hometown person, the woman who gets a major pop every time she shows up, Alexa Bliss, thinks she's going to win, dumps by Naomi. Naomi gets the heat for taking out everybody's favorite 5 Feet of Fury blonde and wins the briefcase.
Yep, that checks.
Remember, Bliss also hasn't had a major victory since coming back.
Bliss hasn't really done anything since she's come back. She hasn't had a major storyline in years since that original Bray Wyatt with Randy Orton.
Yeah, they're doing something with her and Charlotte, which I hope they, continue with. But
it's weird. Yeah, Bliss is a very. I don't know what's going on with her. Like, she's a face, but like, what is her gimmick?
Scary short blonde chick works every time.
Like, does she have spooky powers? Does she not have spooky powers? Like,
we don't know.
I think she's going to be naturally El Spooky for the rest of her career. Who knows? But are you going with Naomi, Will?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'll go with Naomi too.
Ooh, if Stephanie wins,
yeah, I would be pissed if Stephanie wins. But also, Naomi winning also agrees more with my CM Punk theory.
Because you know what, they've given Naomi a lot of green light with this new gimmick, and I go back to what she said. Every time I try to defend myself, everybody turns on me, and I think that's a payoff. Her saying that and then her winning the Money in the Bank, I think, is a great payoff. You're like, you know what? No one's going to turn on me anymore because I'll just do everything myself. And her having the briefcase gives her that freedom.
Yeah.
To do that. And I think you make a great heel with, like, I think Will said it previously in past years, heels make better Money in the Bank briefcase.
I was about to say, I say it every year, but heels typically make Money in the Bank holders because you got to think of it, right? Having this briefcase is almost like having a brand new gimmick.
Yeah.
In a sense, because it gets involved in the matches typically, or like, you have the thrill of the cash in. Does it make you like when you cash in, do you become a babyface? Dolph Ziggler did, right? So like
Priest kind of did too. It made Priest a face for the most part.
Yeah, it made Priest a face. So it's like it's not so much as it's like, oh, I want this person to be champion.
There he goes. Wow, I guess Santana and them really did do a number on Will's Wi-Fi.
Sounds like Will's been summoned to the villa.
You have a half hour, okay? You're not going to the villa just yet.
Another bombshell has entered the villa.
Oh my god.
I think you should give it a try. It'll be on Peacock at 9:00.
Maybe. I will see. I got a lot of stuff.
It's gonna be interesting. Apparently, there's a Trump supporter on this season.
I don't want to watch that, Kay.
I do.
I know you do.
No,
I know you like hate watching.
America can vote people off the island.
What do you mean America can vote people off the island?
So when people when the Sideberg, everyone,
the Sideberg, real quick.
when obviously the singles come to the island and they couple up, and then every so often America gets to vote for their favorite couple. And whoever gets the least amount of votes get voted off.
Yeah, so it's like American Idol and all that stuff.
It's like a bunch of different shows at once. It's
fair
wonderful.
enough. I will probably not give it a chance this week because I also have to finish the John Wick movie so I can go see Ballerina this weekend.
Oh yes.
Yes. I'm one more movie. I had to watch 4. I watched 1, 2, and 3 right. I just gotta watch 4.
It's on every day.
Wait, you're telling me Love Island is on every single day?
So Love Island is on every day except Wednesdays, with the exception of this week because it's premiere week. They do a recap show on Saturdays called After Sun, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, they are airing live from the villa.
That's absurd.
That's
it's
aggressive.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
That's
why I wasn't.
Absurd.
That's why I literally wasn't joking when I said it's gonna take up my summer.
My God.
It's every night.
All right, let's move on to the next match here. The match that is a match because we have star power and we can do this stuff. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul set up at Saturday night's main event. Tag team match, your classic mega heels versus mega faces because Jey Uso is over like Rover. It is absolutely absurd how many times kids are just right there where he's walking down and doing his yeet arm movements. I didn't
know WWE had a kids section. It was like just
clearly they do. Clearly they do. I don't know what's gonna go on with this one. This is a toss up. Do you want the heels to win? Do you want the faces to win? Does it even really matter in the long run? Probably not. This might main event, which would be so fucking unfortunate.
It's going to main event, definitely.
It's too much. There's too much money invested in these contracts not to main event. With the outlier being Jey Uso, probably. It's gonna be rough. Okay, the way I see this, Cody pins Logan. I don't think Cena takes a pin. I think Cody and Jey win this, also because Cody just came back, and you got to reestablish Cody as a formidable opponent to John, especially if we're leading towards a blow off at SummerSlam. So I'm going to go with Cody and Jey. And Logan Paul eats his pin. John Cena, if John Cena's a really good sniveling heel, he turns on Logan and says, screw you, I'm out. Yeah,
that kind of almost happened on SmackDown.
Exactly, yeah. You kind of already had that tension kind of build. But I'm officially going to go with Cody and Jey based on the fact that Cody hasn't been here since WrestleMania. And you got to reestablish him as the guy, as everybody's favorite hero. So, okay, what do you got?
I actually disagree. And I think
you're going to go John.
I think John's going to pin Cody.
Also very plausible.
I was thinking that too, honestly.
Cena needs to really do something to spice up this heel run. Since
you don't like the 7th and 8th moves of doom, the kick in the balls and the title to the face?
I'm not as mad about Cena's heel run as everybody else is, but I agree it's a little stale. And I don't want Logan Paul to being the technical victor, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I feel really, because
I know what I feel
In
about
my
this match
brain,
either, to be honest with you.
everything is just circling back to CM Punk winning Money in the Bank.
That's where your default mind is going to.
I want Punk to win Money in the Bank, and I want Punk to come out at the end of this match and like indicate to Cena like I'm coming for you, and also come and help his friend Jey Uso.
I like the idea of like, all right, if I agree with your Punk winning, which I don't think is going to happen, obviously, because I made the alternate prediction. I like your Punk winning in this format, Punk winning Money in the Bank, and then dethroning Cena. But I think you keep it a secret and you keep it separate. Like Punk coming out and dethroning Cena at a major event, SummerSlam, when they haven't really seen each other on TV, I think is a great FU. Like he cashes. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't think he's going to cash in on his friend.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. But keeping Punk and Cena separate on separate shows, I think is the great move. Because then Punk can eventually get the last laugh at Cena's last SummerSlam. Literally win the title, go into the crowd, blow him a kiss, and then run away.
My thoughts exactly.
Blow him a kiss.
I have a vision.
Like I would love for like Cena for Punk to get the last laugh on Cena. That's like their last interaction ever.
For me, Money in the Bank is going to like truly propel us to SummerSlam.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I feel like we just need to plant. We got to plant all these little seeds.
Yeah, it has to. So, well, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Cena and Logan as well. Cena needs the win. Cody can eat the loss. Because that's going to him towards SummerSlam, but SummerSlam's not until what, August
2nd and 3rd?
Yeah, so you got a whole month to build him back up with Cena off TV. Like Cody can take an L and nothing bad happens to him. We're not gonna start like being like, oh, it's over, you know? So yeah, I think Cena needs the heat, need a little bit of a shock value. Yeah. So yeah, I got Cena pinning Cody.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm stealing your booking completely.
That's fine. Mansa saying Logan repeatedly saves John from being pinned, but after the Supercross Rhodes and the splash, Cena abandons Logan to be pinned. I can see that as well, man.
I like that.
It's not really turning on Logan, it's just abandoning Logan. Because remember, we also have to do not Crown Jewel, Night of Champions.
Yep.
When is that?
Night of Champions, June 28th, the end of June. So beginning of June, Money in the Bank, end of June's Night of Champions.
Bro, it's fucking Pride. Rest.
You know, so I can also see, as Mance is probably predicting, Cena abandons Logan. Logan gets the pin. Logan then challenges Cena for the title at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia.
Ew. That makes sense, but I hate it.
I know, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things that might
that makes so much sense. It's so plausible. It's almost too plausible.
It is almost too plausible that it might actually.
God fucking damn it.
What? Oh, yep, he's gone again.
Bye.
He's on again. Well, as Will tries to figure something else out, let's move on. It's almost my lights almost went out. Actually, but
I like he yelled and it made me check what the Yankees score is to see if he was yelling about baseball.
It might be the Yankees score.
It's not. Y'all are winning. It says.
Oh, good. All right. So the final match on the Money in the Bank card that we know of so far, Becky Lynch, Lyra, Valkyria. This is what I believe to be the blow-off match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. If you're keeping count since NXT, they have fought one-on-one 2 times before. This is going to be the third for championship belts, I believe. Or it might be the third on the main roster as well. Lyra has improved so much in this feud from the beginning. She's fired back at Becky. She's kind of got her own thing now. The big question is, does Becky go like 0 for 3, 0 for 4 against Lyra in championship matches?
I think Becky's winning. Oh, I think she's winning. Full stop.
You think so?
Yes. Because if I remember correctly, if Becky loses, she cannot challenge for the IC title as long as Lyra's the champion.
Champion, yeah. It's a very big Cody Rhodes stipulation for me.
That's what I was thinking too. It was giving me Cody Rhodes energy, but I don't know. I feel like Becky's going to win it. Let her make the IC title. Like, not saying Lyra's not making the title feel important and good or whatever.
Doing better with it.
She's doing better with it, but Becky can elevate it. Like, the Intercontinental Championship in general is a prestigious title. And, like, while Lyra is great, I like her a lot,
Mhm.
Becky will elevate that title and make it feel like more.
It's a tough call because
When did Lyra win again? I don't remember.
she won around the same time Chelsea won hers. Chelsea won
Okay,
the U.S. title.
So like it's been like a fair like title reign. Like she can drop like it's
Almost
not
6 months.
yeah, like it's a good first championship reign. Like she's not buried by losing.
Mm-hmm.
And by dropping, this can let Lyra, you know, if they feel she's ready for the main event picture, she can scoot into there.
I don't think she is, but it's also so. You also have, now that I'm thinking about it, you also have a bunch of new faces. Roxanne's on Raw. Stephanie's on Raw. Stephanie Vaquer is on Raw.
Any of them could go for Becky.
Jordan Grace is probably going to SmackDown.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Don't be surprised after some further evaluation if Mariah May shows up on Raw too. Mariah May versus Becky Lynch, sold.
Oh, that's
she keeps her
money match.
If she keeps her character, if Mariah May keeps like the foundation of her character, if she does indeed show up in WWE, easy money. Easy money right there.
I just think NXT needs her more so she can get used to like WWE.
Should give her like a Ricky Saints run.
Yeah.
You know.
Let her get used to like the cameras and shit.
But like she's also used to those cameras, but she's probably not used to WWE's cameras.
WWE still probably does shit differently than AEW does.
Absolutely. You know. I mean, and also on the Mariah May front, the best thing they could do with Mariah May, she has to show up at Evolution. She answers a challenge. You hold her off until Evolution.
Yeah.
Which is, and also after Night of Champions, you have Evolution, you have Saturday Night's Main Event, so you have a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
I think
Will looks like he was like a DJ. Yeah, I think
I turned off my router and turned it back on. So I don't know why this is happening every single week. It's only
neither do I actually.
It's only just when we do this do I have like severe internet problems.
Yeah, I can hear it in you. This is a tough one for me. It was Becky Lynch, Lyra toss up. I have no idea what he said.
Fucker. I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys just fine.
Yeah.
We can't hear you fine though.
You come in and out from time to time. Geez. I hate to say that I might be agreeing with you with Becky winning. You know, with Becky winning, because like I think Lyra can progress in this. I think she's built up enough through Becky. And also we have to see Lyra with other opponents. Like every time Lyra I thought looked really, really good in the matches when she lost to Nia and Queen of the which is phenomenal for her. But I mean, it's good. Yeah, you know what? It does make kind of booking sense. And the only reason Becky came back, as well disappears again, the only reason Becky came back is she said as long as they can give her a good storyline.
Yeah. And I think Becky having an IC run is a quality storyline to be worth.
Something she can laud over the rest of the 4 Horsewomen.
Yeah, that.
As well. So you know what? I'm going to go with Becky here.
Yay.
I think it's a very heelish choice I got here for all of them, except for like the Cody match and stuff. So Becky, we have no idea who Will's going to choose right now. At this point,
mystery. We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week or something if he ever comes back at any point in time. So at this point, if Will does not return, that is our show, folks. Or for the most part, before we get to the end of the show, we do want to try to predict how good this Money in the Bank event will be. 1 being the worst thing ever, 10 being the best in the world. Here is Will back. Will, before we get to our predictions, Becky or Lyra, real quick before you go out. Becky. Okay, it's a clean sweep for Becky.
Yep.
Clean sweep for Becky here for all the things Kay said. Kay is on the ball.
Thank you.
Kay is taking first place very seriously, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Something I need you guys to understand, I'm very competitive, and I love being
right. I can tell. I remember in your Valkyrie days, all of y'all were very competitive. Very, very dangerous crew at that time.
I'm about it. I love it. I love the hustle, Kay. I love the confidence. So
I got that hustle, loyalty, and respect.
And someone has to.
Hell yeah. I don't. I'm petty.
So it's time for us to count it again, folks. Well, how good do you think this Money in the Bank will be? I mean, outside of the Money in the Bank ladder matches, it could go well, it could go not well. Money in the Bank's always exciting. Something crazy is always going to happen in those matches. Someone's going to take a huge bump. Something's going to be memorable. I'm also going to go with an 8 here. I don't think it's going to be as low as a 7.5, but I don't think it's going to be like the greatest Money in the Bank ladder, greatest Money in the Bank event ever. I think I'm just going to go with a solid 8.
Yeah, I remember being very, very excited for these pay-per-views. I always said this was almost my favorite pay-per-view over Royal Rumble, or not including WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But the past few years, they've been good, but nothing necessarily memorable. So, like, you remember the winners, but you remember maybe a spot or two, but overall.
Yeah, the last spot I remember was last year when Chelsea took that crazy bump to the outside.
Yeah, like I feel like Survivor Series with War Games has overtaken Money in the Bank of like the actual, Big Four. Remember we were saying for a while is Money in the Bank was like the 5th or approaching into the Big Four.
Money in the Bank is the 5th major. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Money in the Bank is now clearly once again number 5.
Number 5.
So, when it was previously number 4. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go 7.5 because I'm it's the bar. I'm expecting the bar for this show.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you got?
I'm moving it an 8 as well. I think the ladder matches are gonna fucking slap, and the rest of the card will be fine.
Yeah, and if CM Punk wins, then
CM Punk wins is the 20.
All right, can we also make a caveat to this? If CM Punk does not win, can Kay lose 3 points for that?
No.
Okay, I just want to throw it out there.
They took the risk. Right? I mean, it's just like if we could say someone who's not in a match and risk and try and go for 3 points if we want. Like, hell, I could be like, Damian Priest is going to win. I don't know how he's going to do it. Like, a few years ago, if you guessed Otis, but then you ended up, Otis was in the match, though.
Otis was in the match if you guessed the Miz.
Otis was in the match. Yeah.
If you guessed the Miz. Or, like, if you guessed Mustafa Ali or if you guessed Brock Lesnar instead of Mustafa.
Because who was fighting over it and it fell in Otis's hands?
I forgot.
I don't remember.
That was like the last memorable thing to happen Money in the Bank. 1, because it was in Titan Towers. But 2,
I love that
Otis, I couldn't remember. I think Asuka won the women's. Yeah, because then
Asuka.
That was when Becky was pregnant, right?
Becky was pregnant.
Yeah.
So I just remember it falling into Otis's hands and being like, wow.
I think Baron
Corbin, really stupid, but it's
Baron
funny.
Corbin threw Rey Mysterio off the roof.
Off the roof. Yeah. Also, you guys know Rey Mysterio was 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in his 50s. I knew he was old, but not that old.
He looks great.
I actually looked that up like a couple weeks ago because we were trying to figure out how tall he
48.
was. Yeah. Our boys are old.
Dude, crazy. AJ Styles has lost her step or two, but he can still keep up with like most of the roster.
Yeah.
In terms of this cardio and athletic ability.
A very quick sideberg. I need Punk and AJ in a singles match stat.
Yeah, that was the first time they ever like.
I think that's the first time they've ever wrestled each other.
Yeah, they because they did a quick code of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. I was like, oh, this will be fun. Yeah, there's a time to do it. I mean, honestly, even if Punk doesn't win the Money in the Bank, Styles Punk at SummerSlam, money. Money.
That'll be a fun match to watch.
Absolute money. And that concludes our show for this week. So Money in the Bank is going to be hopefully a huge and unpredictable weekend and a busy day for me. I got movies, Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide at 3 on YouTube. Money in the Bank at 7. 7 o'clock, and there goes Will again. Will's back. I love it. I love it at this point. Money in the Bank at 7, not at 8. Remember, folks, PLE start at 7. 7 Eastern on Peacock as well. So any final thoughts this week before we get to our outros?
No. Money for the marks, guys. Congratulations, Ricky, for making it another year.
I mean, no, well, my anniversary is not for another 16 days.
Who's counting?
I think I started at Money in the Marks.
No, I started at Money for the Marks too, because it was an emergency after show when Dean Ambrose won the title.
Because I started in May as well of 2019.
Well, it's June.
It used to be in May.
Yeah, they moved it around. So my first show was, I remember this because it was Juneteenth. Because the episode that I remembered it was Juneteenth, K, you were on. I was like, guys, we freed the slaves. That's kind of that's kind of a joke. But when looking back at it, my original Money for the Mark show was technically my anniversary show, but it was on Juneteenth. So in 16 days from now will be the actual whatever your anniversary is. What is 9 years? 9 years because I started in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9-year anniversary of me being on the show and podcasting. Well, yeah, podcasting this. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. And your anniversary, Kay, was last month.
Yes, 6 years.
Yeah, you happened right around Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy time. And Will, you're just here.
I've been here.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, folks, let's get to the outro. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 409, not like the cleaner, but 409, Money for the Marks 2025. I've been your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR _podcast across all social media platforms. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. Buy some of our merch from our brand new merchandise store, where links to all of that are in the description below, and especially buy some of that Pride merch so we can help donate to the Trans Lifeline. Listening to us or watching us, make sure you're listening to us, especially on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast. Find Wrestle Addict Radio at addict_wrestle on Twitter, so I don't call it X, and at Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word. Everywhere else, again, the links to all of that are in the description below. Will Tarashok, before your internet goes out again.
Yeah, I'm the guy with bad internet now. I guess that's my new gimmick. So
yeah, you are.
Lucky me. I must be so blessed.
You are.
You could have said Willie T and rhymed.
Huh? What do you think? What do you know? What do you know? I'm just keep my words short until.
Yeah, you're still there. I know when you sign up. Nice try. Okay, Fabe, send us home.
All right, y'all. I'm on my way to the villa. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at KAE_FABE. Please check out our merch store. Please check out the Pride line. That has been my baby over the last 2 months. So check it out.
Yes, please do. So when we come back, hopefully next week, we'll figure out who won the Money Bank. We'll figure out if Kay gets their own segment of lot about their prediction of CM Punk winning and how we're all just minions and miscreants. I will give you like 15 minutes. Just go off on us about how you're the best predictor. CM Punk does win the Money Bank, not cash in, and things like that. And
we're not gonna get cash in.
Well, just winning. I mean, yeah. And anything else that's going on, because we are about to build into a big summer. We got to start covering TNA, and there goes Will. We got to start covering TNA because Slammiversary is coming up really, really soon. AEW's building the All In, all of that crazy stuff. The AEW's going 4 hours this week for Fighter Fest, by the way.
Jesus Christ, that's so much.
Thanks, Tony. But we're going to start building all of that because it's going to be a really, really big, hot summer for professional wrestling. So until next week, folks, or whenever we decide to return, buy some merch, especially that, because I get to send thank you notes. It's okay. They're gonna get a thank you note from me for buying our own merch.
Wow! I am the founder and the first customer of the fourth wall.
Exactly. So goodbye, good night. We'll see you soon. And one of these days, we're gonna cash in on Slack, but not anytime soon because fuck you, Slack. This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast.